Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I feel like it's been a while where I've actually had a video where I'm sitting down and actually talking to you guys, but you guys, a lot of things have been happening in my life that is like personal and family related that I just do not want to get into. Um, all I gotta say is there is a lot of death in the family right now, and it's so heartbreaking for everyone. I'm like the type of person where when it comes to death, comes to funerals and stuff like that, I have a personal relationship with God, and I have like a understanding of what's happening. So I don't get too as like um, emotionally impaired, because I'm just I think I'm content with what I know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And I think like when it comes to death and it comes to things like that, um, I I really just I do shut down in my own way. People don't I don't let people see that. Like I'm very to myself, and um I I I basically just do it by myself. Like in my room, like or like when I'm alone. Like I don't like to let people see me in a really sad mood, because my sad moods are not it's not meant to be saw. And like for me, I feel like traditionally, like, men shouldn't display their emotions um as much as women do, um because I think that it's not that it shows weakness, but I think that men are the ones who are supposed to be like the ones to stay strong and be a leader. I don't know why. I do have that mentality, despite me wearing like makeup, and like I love like bags and stuff like that. Like I still have that mindset. Like men should actually just like be leaders, be strong, um, stay logical, and you know keep like suck it up and leave for like the pillow. You know what I mean? That's how I see things, and I do. I leave it for the pillow, and I pray to God every single day that like um, you know my mom, my dad, people that I'm really, really, really close with, don't have something very tragic happen to them, like that has been happening in my family. Because it's really sad, and it's just a lot going on. I'm always constantly at work. I'm always like doing something. I just haven't had the time to sit down and actually talk about things that I'm seeing that's going on in the world. I know y'all know about like Candace Owens was like fired from the Daily Wire, and a lot of things have been revealed, and I'm quite like happy that things are being revealed, because if you haven't followed me for a while, I have been a big major fan of Kanye for a very long time. I love Kanye West. I think that he's one of the greatest rappers in the world, in my opinion. You may disagree with that, and guess what? I would not give a fuck. And I think that when he made that tweet, I'm gonna like go DEFCON 3 on these certain like Jewish people in the music industry that was coming for him, trying to lock him up and put him into like a psych ward, because he isn't a guinea pig like the rest of these people. We already know like P. Diddy is taking the fall for these people right now, because that's just how the industry is. And Kanye was not going to go for that. That's why he is an independent person. He is doing his thing. That's why he was like, gotcha.
For everyone in contracts, I know that this will never happen again in history. There will never be a situation where people end a multi-billion-dollar deal off of a tweet. Gotcha. Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation. Thank God no one was hurt in the process. And I feel free.
Because he knew what he did. Like, he caused a stir so he could get out of these contracts, that he could actually show what's actually happening in the music industry, and also shed light on what's happening in our politics as well. There's a lot of things that's happening in our politics that a lot of people do not want to talk about. A lot of these right-leaning influencers out here that are like, very coos with PragerU, very in cahoots with like TPUSA, and very in cahoots of like Breitbart and stuff like that. A lot of these organizations are and these social media platforms are owned by Jewish people. And I would not have any issue with that if they wasn't so biased about who actually controls the media, who actually is controlling our politics in America. It's insane how like what 80% of people and like politicians in Congress are paid by APAC, and APAC is a Jewish lobbyist organization that literally does not have America's best interest at all. It only has a foreign country's best interest, and they literally are destroying our country. And these people out here that's influencers that y'all may love, which I may love too, they won't say anything about it because they're getting paid by PragerU, they're getting paid by all these different organizations that that literally have them by their balls. Um, they're not independent thinkers. They are scared to say anything because people will yap 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 about your anti-Semitic this, you're racist, you're what committing blood libel, or like you're doing like all this different types of stuff that the left literally does. The left calls people names for saying things that are the truth. Like a man's a man, you're transphobic. You don't think that gay marriage is an actual marriage, it's an actual civil union, you're homophobic. These type of things are like is what the left does, and the right has been playing that game for a very long time, but the veil has not been um, removed until I think even more now since Candace Owens was fired or whatever, let go from the Daily Wire. It's very apparent that Jeremy Boring, Ben Shapiro, um, they they have a certain message and a certain political agenda that they want to put out in the world, and that is pro-Israel before anything. Before anything, it's very it's 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 something. It's something. It's out there in the woodwork. I mean, Jeremy Boring was in like a Twitter like spaces or whatever like that, and he was talking about how like he wouldn't pay anyone to speak against what his beliefs are.
People
So
to speak. I'm not just a platform where everybody can kind of build their own account and say the things that they want to say. I pay people, and I'm not going to pay people to say things that go beyond certain lines of what I believe. Why would I do that?
if you're not paying attention and understanding what's actually going on, the right is compromised as much as the left. And I think my takeaway from all of this is that you guys, you need to be an individual. Stop following what the crowd says. So many of these influencers out here are so fucking fake. They're getting paid out of the wazoo, okay? Just to divide everyone. Now, people will probably say the same thing about me, like, "Oh, you divide everyone too because you're calling out this certain group of people." But I'm sorry, but like, well, we can't identify people. We can't identify elitist people that are destroying our country. So, what? I'm not saying that all of those certain people out there, Jewish people out there, are horrible people who wants to ruin this country. That has organizations like HIAS, the Hebrew Immigration Aid Society, that is allowing mass immigration, illegal immigration, and to literally tell these illegals to go on a map to go directly to Texas to invade our country. Um, that's not all Jewish people. That's that organization. We can't call that out, or that's anti-Semitic. Like even Laura Loomer has called it out. If Laura Loomer can call it out, why can't I? Why can't I?
If they're now facilitating and helping carry out the invasion of our country. I don't really care who they helped. And I say that as a Jew myself, and we have to call it out. because what they're doing is they're receiving funds from our United States government. If you look at their financials, and I actually posted a screenshot of this today, Steve, on my Twitter account, okay, you can see their 2022 financial report that shows that they received over $59 million, okay, from the United States government, and they're receiving money from Department of Homeland Security. The $59 million came from the State Department, and then they received another about $29 million or so from another government agency funded by the taxpayers, and $10,000 from Department of Homeland Security.
Why can't I? It's like telling me like, oh, like you can't have an opinion about abortion because you're not a woman. What? I can. Why aren't you talking about it? Why are you people out there that are big influencers on the right that have a big influence, way more followers than me? Why are you not saying anything? Are you scared you're going to lose something? Is that what it is? I think it is. I think that's what it is. And, you know, I think Candace Owens have had way more bigger balls than any of you have had in the last 3 years. Like, Candace Owens, honestly, is the GOAT. Like, just like Nick Fuentes. You see how they try to, take her down because Nick Fuentes was agreeing with Candace Owens. And they all tried to, use, your guilty by association bullshit, right? And Candace Owens has literally came out and says, how much she loves Jewish people, actually. She's been to Israel. She was basically... all her friends basically are Jewish. But you can't criticize, a foreign country, or she's, a racist, a anti-Semite. She can't confront Rabbi Shmuley when he literally was coming for her for the past 2 years, and his hag daughter. Yes, his hag fucking daughter, bitch. I don't understand this. What happened to equal opportunity? If you come for me, I come for you back. It doesn't matter what you are or what you is, bitch. You will be called the fuck out. But it's so funny, how there is a specific type of, protected class in this country where we cannot talk about them. I mean, let's look at, all of these, hate speech bills, that is being passed. The recent one, Chrissy Nome, literally did one in South Dakota. And a lot of it is, you can't criticize Israel. You can't, it's basically, you cannot say certain things. You can't say that a Jewish person has alignment to a foreign country, which is Israel, or that's anti-Semitic. Those things can be you can literally get, criminalized for that. But no one's talking about it. It says, as of November 2023, maps showing U.S. states where anti-BDS legislation has passed is pending or has failed as of January 2024, which in 37 states, they have passed that you cannot criticize Israel. So if we can't criticize a foreign country, and we see that there is a Jewish lobby and that is basically telling our congressmen to pass certain laws and to get into the Senate to pass there as well. And we all know that Joe Biden is a well-known Zionist. Go figure. They are controlling our government. They just are. And it's insane that we can't say that. In a lot of these hate speech laws as well. I was looking on Twitter, right? And underneath Candace Owens post that she made, she said, "My crime is that I do not believe that American taxpayers should have to pay for Israel's war or the wars of any other country. I will not change my mind. So the question is, what will you do to me next? The world is watching." And that's what I'm saying. She doesn't even know who Nick Fuentes is. They were trying to do that guilty by association thing because he was literally the ADL put out a white supremacist and Holocaust denier. Friend Nick Fuentes is praising Candace Owens and her anti-Semitism. It's hardly surprising, but it does set off alarm bells when bigoted people come together to push anti-Semitic agenda. And then you have Deborah Lee, this stupid bitch. I fucking hate Deborah Lee with a fucking passion. I hate Deborah Lee with a passion. Do you ever remember when that movie, The Maestro, came out with Bradley Cooper? And like the family was allowing Bradley Cooper to mimic the Maestro's like Jewish nose because he has a really big Jewish nose. Um, and I did like a video and Deborah Lee came for me. The bitch came for me, saying like, oh, like you don't understand, like this is anti-Semitic and this and that. It's like, first of all, bitch, shut the fuck up, okay? Like just sit the fuck down, bitch, okay? First of all, the family don't care. If the family don't fucking care that they are putting a prosthetic nose on fucking Bradley Cooper to play a fucking character, why the fuck are you so mad? Why are you trying to call people anti-Semitic? Why? Why? You're a fucking slimy ass bitch. Go to Israel, bitch. Like, get the fuck out of my face. I hate her. I don't not. I see. I wouldn't even knew who she was if she would never say anything to me. But you pissed me off, bitch, and you pissed a lot of people off in the comments too, because everyone thought you was fucking crazy. Anyway, she says, no, babe, your problem is that you have been pushing anti-Semitic tropes and supporting vocal anti-Semites for months. She's talking about Kanye West. Before October 7th. Even happened and now have used Jews' hatred as a fuel to admit how you're really felt all along. Your glass house is apparent to everyone but you. And then Julius, today with Julius, in the comment, like I'm getting hyped because he's pissing me off. He's saying, tell me what Candace Owens said that was hate. I'll wait. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna assume you can read. And then she put this fucking what? It says HolocaustRemembrance.com. What is anti-Semitism? Dude. Literally, basically this whole entire list, except for like, wanting to do physical harm to Jewish people just because they're Jewish, I don't believe in that. I don't think that anyone should do physical harm to any person out there. Doesn't matter, you're black, white, Jewish, anything. I did a video talking about like the white woman that was getting punched in the face by this black maniac in Manhattan. I don't want anyone to get harmed. I don't. But at this point, these hate speech laws, they're going to literally come for the Bible, because a lot of things in the Bible literally talks about how the Jews, Romans, they murdered Jesus. I know this because I read the Bible. I know what's in the Bible. Not everything. I can't remember everything. I need to get back in my Bible again, actually. But I know some things. Okay, I'm not dumb. I'm not unaware. But there are a lot of things on here that are basically in hate speech laws in 37 states that could literally get you criminalized. Accusing Jewish citizens of being more loyal to Israel or to allege priorities of Jews worldwide than to the interests of their own nations. If you look at Ben Shapiro, don't you think that he would be more aligned with Israel than anything? I mean, can we actually talk about it? Like, he came out and he said that he was getting the vaccine, right? He was getting the vaccine, and his wife was getting the vaccine. But we all know why he was getting the vaccine, right? It's because didn't Israel literally vaccinate basically most of their fucking population of Israel? They used them as guinea pigs, and they got the vaccine. That's the reason why he did it, is because he has a alliance to Israel. So whatever Israel is doing, he is going to go whatever they're doing. So most of the population of Israel is vaccinated. He got vaccinated. Then he called American people dopes and basically was making fun of people that wasn't going to take the vaccine. And then later on, he came out saying like how he was tricked by the government and that he basically shouldn't take the vaccine or listen to the government. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, what? We know you have an allegiance to a foreign country more than America. We know it. But you benefit more here. You benefit more here, but you have an allegiance to that country. But that's anti-Semitic. Anyways, and honestly, it's going to get much worse. Like, right now, as y'all see, like, everyone is, like, getting chastised for saying Christ is King. And there are, like, these Twitter accounts online coming from Candace Owens saying, like, oh, you were saying Christ is King to Ben Shapiro, and which that is also falling under the anti-Semitic laws as well. You can't say Christ is King, basically, to a Jew, because they don't believe that Christ is King. So they would pronounce you as, a Jew hater. And right now, like, people are saying Christ is king because they are, they love, their religion. They are Christians. And some of these Jews are getting really, really angry because of that. And they are trying to call out Candace and be like, oh, you were saying Christ is king when you and Bitch Shapiro went out and, like, whatever. And she's like, I've been saying Jesus is king, Christ is king since 2019, 2020. So what are you on about? You're filth. And many of them are. And also Jenna Ellis. Like, I fucking hate Jenna Ellis too. With her fat fucking ass. Her ugly ass face. She has the most ugliest face ever in the world. Has the audacity to come for anybody. It's like, girl, you need to go work on your face card before you do anything. You need to do something with your face card. And yeah, like, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I think that right now, if you're not close to God and you're not close to, like, allowing Jesus in your heart, whether or not you're gay, whatever, like that, like, I think it is good to also have morals and remember what you come from, and what you worship, like, I believe Jesus is the Messiah. I believe that God did not intend this world to be the way it is, and that, despite all of our imperfections and how we are all so, basically born out of sin, this world was not intended what God wanted it to be, and it's not God's fault. It was our fault. It was Satan's fault. And that is something that a lot of people need to understand and come to realize that, like, there is a lot of things that's going to happen, a lot of persecution that's going to happen to Christians that has been happening for a very long time, way bigger than the Jews ever, literally way bigger. Even I ain't gonna even get into that either. I mean, there has been Christian genocides and everything, so many times over the years. Okay, I mean, Christians are still getting persecuted right now. Look at the hate speech laws. That is directly coming for the Bible and what we believe in. And we should be able to have free speech. More free speech makes better understanding of what's going on, but they don't want you to understand. They don't want you to have that. They want to shut you up. And I think that it's wrong. I think that Jews should be able to believe that they don't believe that Jesus is the Messiah. And we should be able to, like, not, accept or want to, like, believe what they believe in, that Jesus is not the Messiah. And I think that's fine. Like, I don't understand why that's such a big epic thing, but they just have overall control of what this country is going towards, basically. So it's really crazy how everything is unfolding. I'm happy that it is. I don't understand how this video is going to go. Hopefully it translates right, because I have a lot of things in my brain that I'm thinking about right now that I can really speak about, but I don't know if I want to. But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled on what's happening, especially in your state. A lot of these Republicans that are Christian are passing these laws as well, you guys, and it's really insane how we have Zio Christians literally doing what these people are wanting them to do when they don't even believe that Jesus is the Messiah. It's like, why are you going against your best interests? You are woke. These Republicans are very woke, I'm telling you. And to go against our First Amendment, to literally make it for a class of people, it's not even going to affect average Jewish people. It's only going to be for the ones that are big elitists, like George Soros and, like, the guy Klaus Schwab, the guy who's like that's another thing too, that are related to, like, Karl Marx too. If you actually go, like, there's a whole thing too about how Klaus Schwab is, like, related to Karl Marx. That was insane to me to find that out. I can't remember where I saw that at. I had it on my phone somewhere. Maybe my friend Gian has it, I don't know. But yeah, it's only just going to protect them, and it's not going to affect any of the average Jews that just live their life, worship their God or whatever like that, and just do them and don't even get into politics, really. But it's really sad what's happening right now. I really hope that America would turn around. I think it is going to turn around for the better. I don't trust Trump. I don't trust Joe Biden. I don't trust anyone else out there who has any type of, allegiance towards a foreign country, especially when they have a lot of people around them that is for that country. I don't think that a lot of these politicians are for our best interest, and I think I'm black-pilled. Truly. I truly think I'm black-pilled. I have no political association with anyone. I am right-leaning Republican, but I'm not for these people. Which is really sad, but it is what it is. But I would never go with the left, ever. The left is too fucking gone. Could never. But anyways, I think I'm done with this video. I appreciate you guys for watching. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for always coming back to my videos, even though it's been a really hard time for me and like my family. I appreciate you guys, and I love you so much. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.